what's going on, friends? Thanks for tuning back into vLogs.com. Or maybe you never left. Thank you so much. Darren Williger, smiling bald man, coming out of Chicago in a horrible midst of becoming rush hour traffic. Right now it's 3:39 p.m. and the rush hour, well, it's pretty rushed. Well, if rushed means literally resembling a parking lot of cars jammed back to back and barely even moving at all. So had an opportunity to meet with several old colleagues and make some new contacts as well. I think there'll be some good opportunities coming out of this event, and looking forward to more traction and action to follow the satisfaction. So overall, a gentleman had asked me today about the cameras I use for the car vlogs, so what kind of camera to use. And I explained actually could be several. I have gotten to the point that cameras are rather ubiquitous for me. I have several I carry around. At any given moment, it's not uncommon for me to have as many as 4 or 5 cameras. I have a watch that's a camera, a pen that's a camera. Here's a Bluetooth headset that's a camera. And of course, a camera that's a camera. This is the official Darren.TV flip camera, among the favorites. I like the flip a lot, works perfectly, only goes up to 720, which is pretty good for most of what I'm doing. And we have the phone. So right now I am recording on a an HTC Evo 3D. And this is my work phone here. See, I'm not using the work one to record, which is the Samsung Galaxy 2S. But I have intentions to upgrade each of these phones immediately. The personal phone has worked out well for me, but I've been out of contract for a year and a half. And be honest, that Samsung Note, that real large phablet, looks rather attractive. I think I'd get some good use out of that, especially with my travel and the vlogs and all the social media stuff. And for a work phone, well, I'm going to go with the work phone that most of my coworkers are using, which is an iPhone 4. I know it's not the newest, but again, all my coworkers use the iPhone 4. So being that that's the company preferred device, I am going to embrace that. I know Darren Williger is the guy who always likes to be unique. Honestly, I love Palm more than anything. Palm is the best mobile operating system ever possibly conceived in the entire universe. And I love Palm. I love WebOS. And unfortunately, when I carry around my Palm WebOS phone at work, my peers make fun of me for carrying around that phone, which I find a little ironic because of where I work, but I'm not going to even mention that. That's just something I find slightly ironic now that I think about what happened to Palm. Anyway, I digress. I love Palm. WebOS, I hope you make a comeback. I could digress endlessly about WebOS, and I hold back on it, but clearly it's a passionate issue. So I think Williger.com will have a blog where I profess my love of Palm. Anyway, now that we're done talking about that, so my new phones, I'm looking at converting the Sprint over to that Samsung Note, which is a giant 5.5-inch screen and stylus-based input, and the work phone again going to the iPhone 4 with 32 gig. I've never owned anything Apple except for their stock, which I bought when it was 12, and again when it was 18. 12 was before they came out with the iPod. 18 was right after. I'm very happy with that decision. I'm unhappy with any future advice on that stock that was taken from friends, but it's a learning lesson. Rest this week brings some meetings. I know tomorrow I've got some stuff going on with a company in Illinois, and looking forward to some good presentations, and yeah, just having a lot of fun overall. Gonna be heading over to the UPS store. Got to get my packages. Hope I get some packages. Should get some. Oh yeah, my phone I'm talking about, that iPhone 4 thing. I hope it has a front-facing camera. I've never used anything Apple, as I shared. It's a big move for me, and hopefully it's not complicated to figure out. I'm not the biggest fan of Android. Did I mention I love WebOS? Yeah, I think I mentioned that once or twice. So that's it. Well, maybe I'll start carrying 3 phones around. I have an Android phone, I have a WebOS phone, I have an iOS phone. Let me recalculating. Nancy, I took your route. Nancy's the name of my navigator. She tells me where to go. She's my front seat driver. That's it. This traffic.
2.3 miles. Then keep left to I-90 West.
Yeah, thank you. I think I can figure out how to get out of the city, Nancy, but I appreciate the guidance. what you could do for me is invent a hovercraft option for my car, Nancy, that will pick me up and make it take less than a freaking hour and a half to go 30 miles. Alright friends, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your viewership. It means a lot to me. Darren Williger is a big fan of each and every one of you. And I appreciate you coming here, learning about my day, coming along in the car with me.
Keep left to I-90 West.
I think it is time to go before Nancy. She may cut me off again. You know, the ladies, sometimes they have something to say and they want it to be heard. Be well, and talk with you soon. Thanks for tuning in to Darren.tv. Hey, look, I'm gonna make a slide. Darren.tv. I'm gonna go from the top. Darren.tv. Thanks for coming to Darren.tv. And now, the end is near. So I face the final curtain. My friend, I said it clear. I state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's true. I've traveled each and every highway. But more, much more than this, I did it my way.
Buckle up for safety, buckle up. Buckle up for safety, always buckle up. Pull your seatbelt snug, give an extra tug. Buckle up for safety, buckle up.
If you do have seatbelts, use them. Seatbelts can and do save lives every day.